Imagine finally feeling completely in control of your money. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a step-by-step financial blueprint designed to take you from plugging those pesky everyday budget leaks all the way to putting your long-term wealth on absolute autopilot. If you're serious about achieving true financial health, you know you need a structured plan. Well, that is exactly what we're breaking down right now. Let's get into it.
But hey, before we can even think about building massive wealth, we've got to start by asking ourselves a pretty fundamental question. Where is your money actually disappearing to every single month? We often trick ourselves into thinking we need some massive promotion or huge raise to change our financial picture. But honestly, the truth is usually hiding in plain sight. The answer to our money problems is right there, quietly draining our wallets day by day.
So, here is our game plan for today. We've got 4 main phases to tackle. First up, Phase 1, we're plugging your money leaks. Then, Phase 2 is the 90-day 1K sprint. Moving on to Phase 3, we'll talk about balancing debt and savings. And finally, Phase 4, the really fun part, automating your long-term wealth.
All right, let's jump right into Phase 1, plugging your money leaks. Basically, we have to stop the financial drain before we can do anything else. Take a look at this number, $1,860. Wow, that is the average annual cost of those tiny, completely forgotten monthly habits. We're talking about ordering food delivery just twice a week, grabbing a couple of coffees on the go, maybe paying for that one zombie streaming subscription you totally forgot to cancel, and just ignoring cheaper utility plans. It doesn't seem like much on its own, right? It's only about $155 a month. But that silently compounds to nearly $2,000 a year. Think about what you could do with an extra $2,000.
Let's look a bit closer at these common money wasters. Food delivery apps? Yeah, they often charge marked up menu prices and sneak in those hidden fees. Daily coffee runs and unused zombie subscriptions? They just silently eat away at your budget. But here's the best part, the real secret here. Redirecting this cash builds financial security without making you feel like you're punishing yourself or giving up absolutely everything you enjoy. You don't have to live in a cave. You just need to pick maybe 2 of these leaks to plug right now.
Now, to stop the impulse buys that feed those wasters, we're going to apply the 24-hour rule. It starts by recognizing the huge difference between a true emergency and what we call manufactured urgency. A true emergency, that's a burst water pipe or a vital prescription. Delaying those causes actual real-world harm. But manufactured urgency, that's a flash sale. It's a ticking countdown timer engineered by marketers to make you panic and skip the pause. So when you spot that manufactured urgency, literally force yourself to wait 24 hours. Just sleep on it.
Okay, once those leaks are patched up, we move to Phase 2, the 90-day 1K sprint. This is where we start building your financial buffer.
Saving your first $1,000 is an absolutely crucial milestone. It acts as this invisible financial force field between you and high-interest debt when life inevitably happens. Because, let's face it, life always happens. To hit that goal in 90 days, which by the way breaks down to just $11 a day, you're going to follow this sprint. Month 1 is audit and cut. You review 30 days of transactions and cancel the dead weight. Month 2 is add income. And month 3 is the sprint, where you aggressively wait 48 hours for literally any non-essential purchase just to maximize those savings.
Now, during your month 1 audit, you absolutely have to track your expenses. But listen, you've got to pick a method that actually matches your personality. If you're someone who always swipes a card, a budgeting app is great. It takes maybe 2 to 5 minutes a week. If you're a total nerd for details and want full control for free, a spreadsheet is your best friend. And if you know you're an overspender who needs strict, hard limits, cash envelopes are definitely the way to go. Pick the one that actually works for you.
Moving into month 2 of your sprint, the reality is the fastest way to save is actually just to earn more money. And there are side gigs that require 0 special skills but can easily help you pocket an extra $100 a week. Walking dogs averages about $15 an hour. You could try freelancing online, selling unused junk sitting in your closet, driving for a delivery app, or even teaching a skill virtually. Just remember, every penny of that extra income goes straight into your $1,000 buffer.
All right, buffer secured. Now we enter Phase 3, balancing debt and savings. This is where we start making some really strategic choices.
So, once you have that $1,000 tucked away, things get a little bit more complex. You have to make smart decisions about managing your existing debt while still continuing to save. The very first thing to wrap your head around is that not all debt is evil. Good debt, like a mortgage or a reasonable student loan, actually helps you build long-term wealth. But bad debt, like those high-interest credit cards, that actively drains your resources and literally keeps you financially trapped.
When you're sitting there deciding whether to invest your extra cash or pay off that bad debt, use the 6% rule. It's super simple. If your debt's interest rate is 6% or higher, prioritize paying it down immediately. Why? Because paying off a high-interest credit card gives you a guaranteed, massive return on your money. And honestly, a guaranteed return like that is something you simply cannot get in the stock market.
If you need a solid payoff strategy for that bad debt, let's compare two of the most popular methods. First, we have the avalanche method. This is where you pay off your highest interest rate first. Mathematically, this saves you the most money over time. But on the flip side, we have the snowball method. This is where you pay off the lowest balance first, regardless of interest. This gives you incredibly quick psychological wins and builds serious momentum. Honestly, just choose the one that keeps you fired up and motivated to keep going.
And that brings us to the final step, Phase 4, automating long-term wealth. This is all about building your future.
I want you to read this quote. Treat your future financial health as a non-negotiable priority, much like a critical bill that must be paid. This right here, this is a massive psychological shift. You really must view your future self as the single most important creditor you have. Don't just save whatever happens to be left over at the end of the month, because usually that's nothing. You have to save first.
That exact mindset is the entire foundation of paying yourself first. This is a killer financial strategy where you automatically allocate 10 to 20% of your income straight into savings or investments before you pay a single discretionary bill. It's genius. By setting up automatic transfers on payday, you instantly capture the magic of compound interest and you completely remove the temptation to overspend. Because the money, it's already gone to your future self.
To actually sustain this automated wealth machine without feeling completely restricted, you should align your strategy with the classic 50-30-20 budget rule. It works like this. 50% of your income covers your absolute needs. 30% is for your wants, the fun stuff, and 20% is strictly dedicated to savings and investments. By automating that 20% slice first, your future is entirely secured before you even glance at your wants bucket. It's a total game changer.
Wow, we have covered a ton of ground today, right? From plugging a leaky budget all the way to putting your investments on total autopilot. But remember, real progress happens one smart decision at a time, not overnight. So the big question I'm going to leave you with is this. Which step of the financial blueprint will you start building today? Are you ready to audit those zombie subscriptions, start your 90-day sprint, or are you finally going to automate your savings? Pick just one phase and go conquer it right now. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.